Hi everyone, welcome back to Kirsty Colour & Sketch. My name's Kirsty. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, and if you're returning, welcome back. So welcome, it's Friday that I'm filming this, and this is my Whip and Chat. So I've not done one for a while on the channel. I've sort of been trying to do a bit on my adult colouring channel and a little bit on my diamond painting channel, and have just been finishing up 2 diamond paintings. So now I can spend some time doing some colouring. I have 2 whips which I want to get done. One of them is this beautiful page from the Coloriage Wild book. Looks like we've got a bit of yellowing on her face there. I think it's just rubbed on her face a little bit. But I was thinking for this page, because I've already put in the background. The background was a pan pastel and a washi tape. And I'm thinking about doing her a fiery hair colour, so starting off with reds near the roots and then going into oranges and yellows on the end. The leaves are sort of going to be, in my mind, I want them to sort of be browny yellow tones, so like autumn type leaves. So if I do get some of these red, orange or yellow tones accidentally over some of these leaves, I'm not bothered, because I will be going in with similar sort of shades. So yeah, let's just get started and have a chat about what I've been doing this week, because it's been a bit of a busy one, if I'm honest. It's been a bit of a busy one. I am using my new light as well. It has arrived. So it's a 2-in-1. It's an arm that holds my phone, my film, which has also got a light on it, and I can control it using this. So on this little remote, I can change the light function, brightness, and I can also press stop and start on the recording for the video. So if I wanted to end this video now, I could just press this button and it would just stop it. That way I'm not trying to reach up to the camera to try and end the video. It's pretty smart actually. I am enjoying getting to grips with it. I've also got a new microphone. Now, I've never used a microphone before. I've always just, used whatever's built into my phone. But I have got a separate microphone. So please do let me know about the volume quality. Just drop me a little comment down below. If it's okay, just put that the volume's okay and everything's okay in the comments. So if you want the pencils I'm going to be using for this, it is the Polychromos Faber-Castell. It is Deep Scarlet Red 219. Then I'll be going into a Scarlet Red 118. Then I'll be going into a Cadmium Orange 111. And then drifting off into a Dark Cadmium Yellow 108. So it's been a busy week this week, and you might have noticed that I haven't done a live stream this week. I had been trying to do regular live streams once a week. I've not done one this week, and that is because we've had a poorly household. We've had poorly children. So one of my daughters started off with it was a sore throat at first. She was just saying, oh, it's a bit of a sore throat. She wasn't too fazed by it. She was still going to school. Anyway, the sore throat got better, and then she was complaining that she felt really sick. She felt really sick and really dizzy every time she got up and moved around. And that went on for 2 days. So I said, right, I'll boot you in with the doctors. So I rang up the doctors. Now, over here in the UK, if you want an appointment straight away, you have to ring up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And you have to ask, can I please have an emergency appointment? And sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. But if you say it's for a child, they will see you, because they don't want to get into trouble for not seeing a child, if anything bad happens. So we went to the doctors at 11 o'clock in the morning, and he checked her over. He said, I can't see anything untoward. I think it's just a viral infection. She has got a high temperature, and that'll be causing the dizziness. So he gave her some anti-dizziness medication. Obviously said to keep her on top of the paracetamol at home to keep the temperature down, and keep her off school until, the dizziness has subsided. Obviously she doesn't want to be going into school falling over all over the place. I'd already tested her for COVID and it came back negative, so it wasn't that. It's just it's this time of year. where it's just infections everywhere, isn't there? So that was my eldest daughter. My second eldest daughter, I think she has a UTI. So I sent off a urine sample to the doctors on Tuesday now. I said, how long would it take to come back? And they said 2 days. So they said it'd be back on the Thursday. So it was Thursday yesterday, and I rang them up, and they said, oh, they've only sent half of the report over. She said normally when they do that, it's because they're still trying to grow something. You know, the culture is what they try and grow. She said, so looking at it, it does look like maybe she might have a UTI, but we can't give antibiotics until the second half of the report comes through. I said, right, okay, so I do need to ring. As soon as I've got off here, I need to ring and check if those results have come through, because I can go and pick the antibiotics up if it is. But it's like, it's leaving your child, like she was in agony again last night. I mean, you know what it's like if you've had a urine infection before. It's not pleasant. And yeah, so hopefully we can get that sorted. But we'll see. We'll see. It's that time of year, isn't it? And then my partner was off work because he caught whatever my daughter had, the viral infection. He caught that, but it gave him a dodgy stomach. So he'd been up in the night with a cramping stomach all night. So he was off work. What days was he off work? Wednesday and Thursday he was off work. He's just gone back in today. He's gone back in this morning. So yeah, so I couldn't live stream yesterday because my partner was ill in bed, and my room, well, my art desk is in the bedroom, so I couldn't live stream. So that's why, if anyone's wondering where my live stream was, we had a sick house. It's all good now, but I thought I can't do a live stream today because I didn't want to do an impromptu because you know, it's better if you plan it and you pre-upload onto in my Instagram stories so that people know that I'll be live streaming. Otherwise nobody comes because they don't know you're live streaming. So yeah, but next week, fingers crossed. I've had a busy week this week as well. I've had one of my daughters in the dentist again because they wanted to do a little treatment, a little coating on her back teeth. So we went there. The traffic has been horrific as well round here. Why did they decide to do roadworks all at the same time? They completely shut one road off, and then in two other places not far away from me, they've got temporary lights up, so it's like they've totally closed one road and then put two sets of temporary lights up, and it's just causing bedlam. It's causing chaos, absolute chaos. But they'd shut the road near my daughter's school the other day as well because they call them traffic calming measures. You know, where they put, like, I think it's called a road blanket. It's like a speed hump, but it's across the whole of the road, whole width of the road. So it's like a little hump almost. They'd put one of them in by my daughter's school, but it was way too high. Do you know when it's a really harsh bump? You'll know what I mean if you drive. Really harsh bump. Well, I think people must have been complaining about it because the other day they came and they lowered it. And I thought, you know, good job because it's going to knock my car. Keep going over this. And I go over really slowly. That's why you know it's too high, because I went over really, really slowly. And it was still like bump, bump on the car. I've just noticed as well, I've gone up too far here with the red, but it's okay. We can have some difference. It will be dark under here. Anyway, I'm going to do this all red. I'll put a little bit of orange in it, but we only want a bit at the front there. We are going to go in with the oranges. I might bring a bit more red tone in at the end. Let's go in with a bit of this one, scarlet red. 118. Somebody has just been trying to ring me. whilst I'm filming, because I've just looked up at my phone and seen, but they have left a voicemail. It says voicemail, so I'm hoping I might just pause this video and check it's nothing important, because, you know, with the girls at school and me being emergency contact number 1, you can never be too cautious. So I'm just going to pause this video while I go and check what it is, and then we'll be back with you. Well, it's a good job I paused that video to see what the phone call was. Just had to pick my daughter up from school. So we've been home, we've got settled, we've got her all cosy. She's happy to, if I'm honest. I think sometimes schools are a bit eager to ring you, aren't you? She's a bit uncomfortable, but, you know, I've just re-rung the doctors up though again and asked them if the results have come back, and they have. She has got a UTI, so they're sending the prescription over to the local chemist at 2 o'clock, so I have to wait until 2 o'clock before I can go and pick it up. Someone's just told me though about some sachets you can get. The lady who I spoke to at Violet's school, I explained that I've been waiting for the results to come back and they wouldn't prescribe me antibiotics until the results had come back. And she said you can get some sachets from the local supermarket for cystitis and water infections. She said you just mix them in with water. She said they don't taste very nice, but they work. She said I've used them myself. And I didn't know you could get anything like that. So I'll have to go and have a look now and just have some in the house in case. Because it's good to have something like that in the medicine cupboard, wouldn't it? I don't know if they're suitable for children, because I've not looked. It's just this lady told me about them, so I'll have a look. Has anybody else heard of them? She's happy anyway. She's got some Rick and Morty colouring pages to colour. And I went through all the pencils the other day and made sure they were all sharp. I got my sharpener and I sharpened all the pencils and re-put them in the pencil case for them, because you know what kids are like. You know what kids are like. So yeah, good job I took that phone call. And what was I saying? Oh, I best check, because you never know. Yeah. When I'm recording though, my phone doesn't ring. I see it flash up, but it doesn't ring. So it's a good job I spotted it. I was just looking up at my phone at the time. But yeah, so we've all been ill. Well, I've not yet. I sort of felt a bit sickly the other day, and I thought, if you're passing this on to me, this viral infection, guys, because you know what it's like. Like, everything in the house stops moving when the mum's ill, doesn't it? Nothing gets done. You'll know what I mean. Yeah, I'm going to drag this colour out a little bit further, and then I'm going to go over the top of it with the orange colour that I'm going to get in a minute. So just carefully in between them leaves, but like I said, I'm planning on doing similar sort of autumn vibes on the leaves, so I'm not too fussed if I go over them a little bit. It's fine. When I get off here, I'm going to make my daughter a nice cup of coffee, I think. I don't let her have coffee too often. I don't. I think I'll make her a nice warm drink. She loves her coffee. This one is Cadmium Orange 111. I'm going to bring this in now. This is going to be a pop of brightness. So has anybody ordered the Johanna Basford Rooms of Wonder, is it called? I've seen a couple of people showcase that on the channel. It's not my cup of tea. I think it's beautiful, and some of the ideas she has in her head and puts on paper, and I think you must have such a brilliant imagination to come up with all these little rooms, because it is fascinating. It is really fascinating. It's just not the type of thing that I colour. That's all. It's just not my cup of tea, but it's fabulous artwork. You can't deny it's so imaginative. It really is. It's just not my bag. Just not my bag. I think I'm drawn more to people and portraits, and animals. Animals is sort of my thing. And I'm well overdue colouring a Tim Jeffs page, actually, now I've just mentioned animals. But I've got this WIP to finish. I've got the Colouring Heaven Halloween Special illustration by Christopher Lovell that I started, that's going to be a WIP for a couple of months, I think. But I need to do a little bit more on it. And then I've got a page I need to start in the Anastasia Ella Caldereva and Marantine, because I've said I'll do a body colour in that one with the lovely bee. So I need to start that one as well. They're my priorities. My 3 priorities at the minute are those ones. And then, yeah, who knows? I might start another one in Fragile World. I keep looking at the whales, the double page spread of whales, and I keep thinking, I really want to gesso another of these pages and just go wild with the gouache. That's what I'm thinking on the whale page. Because I did use gouache once in that Fragile World book. It was for the sea turtle that I did. And I really enjoyed it. Really, like, as soon as you prep the page first with the gesso, you can just go to town on with the watercolour and you don't have to be worried about it seeping through, bleeding through, about it ruining the paper or anything. You can just really have fun with the watercolour. So I'm thinking about doing that again. I'm going to drag this orange even further out next. We're going to go over that bit with the yellow. So I'm just I'm not being too careful here now. I'm just being a bit rough and sketchy. With it because we are going to burnish it all together. And we've got all the colours on. And it's going to be a lovely fiery hair. Lovely fiery hair. My hair's still copper. Still really liking the copper look. And when it fades, it sort of goes to this colour here. It does fade really quickly. I keep saying I'll get some of that special shampoo, but I don't. There's that many different brands and different options to buy. With everything now, there's so much choice, you don't know which one to go for. So if anybody's got some shampoo they use to keep the hair copper and bright without it fading, drop it in the comments for me. I've looked at the Bedhead, I think it's called Bedhead, shampoo and conditioner, which looks, the packaging looks nice. I couldn't say whether the actual product is good, but the packaging certainly looks sellable. I'm going to get some yellow into this now. So the yellow I'm using is Dark Cadmium Yellow 108. I'm just going to put this through the orange parts and onto the tips of the very hair. I'm not really doing hair strokes with this page. I think it's too much of a fun illustration to do anything realistic. So we're just going all out with burnishing all over with this yellow now, right to the very tips of the hair. It's a fun page, so we're having fun with it. And I think once I've done the skin, I'm going to bring a few, bits of red down here because she's got a few hair strokes there. But there's no point me doing it now because then when I go in with the skin colour, it's just going to smudge. It's going to smudge that colour into the skin, which we don't want. We don't want that. It's absolutely chucking it down outside. Rain, rain, rain. I think I've got some pizzas in for tea, so I know my daughter will like that. She likes a pepperoni pizza at the moment with some stuffed crust garlic bread. And they love Fridays. Do you know the only reason they like Fridays is because I let them have their iPads in bed Friday night because they're not at school in the morning. I let them play on their iPads in bed Friday night. It's their little treat because every other night it gets too cough them, otherwise they'd stay up all night. So they don't get to go to bed with iPads any other day. Just the weekend. Just the weekend. Gosh, I can hear that wind as well. Oh my gosh. I've got to do another, even though I've picked one daughter up from school, I've got to do another school run to pick my other 3 daughters up in this weather. Oh no. I sent my son into school this morning with a bag full of, we call them helicopters, they come off the trees, and when it's windy they sort of spin round like a helicopter. So we took some of them into school this morning because they've been asking for if you could send anything in, what you've collected on your walks, like, you know, signs of autumn. So whether it was an orange leaf or, you know, conkers, acorns, anything like that. Could you send them in? So yeah, I've sent them in with a bag full of them this morning because we've got a tree at the side of our house and all the helicopters come straight down onto the driveway. And yesterday when I was cooking tea in the kitchen, I saw them all blowing off the tree and there were just lots spinning round outside the window. And at first I wondered what it was. I'm like, what's that outside? Oh yeah, it's all the little helicopters falling off the tree. It was amazing. So that's a herd. Oh wow, I like that. I like that. I've never really done any hair like that before. That's the fun thing about these pages. They're so they are fun. They are fun. Look at that one. I love that one. Even though I'm not a fan of the skin because it's very, very patchy. I feel like it's very, very patchy and not enough highlighted areas. And not enough richness to it. I could have done with putting some more like red undertones or something like that. But I love her and I love the background. It's like, oh, I've not done this one. This one's a really cute one. That one I enjoy. I think I did that last autumn. I think I did that last year. At autumn time, because look at the leaf colours. I was very inspired by the autumn season for that one. This is one I've yet to colour. I just love them. There's a new book coming out as well, Coloriage Wild. This was gouache. This was an experiment. I'd never done a background like that before. Emergency vehicle going past my video. Yeah, I'd never done a background like that before. And it was just sort of a fluke how this came out. And it looks like, you know, the sun's peeping through the cloud storm, thunderstorm, and it's sort of shining on Mr. Little Froggy. Love that one. That was all gouache, that. Everything was gouache. I think there might have been some white gel pen or a sort of paint pen for the white areas. And that's the start of the second lot of pages because you get 2 of each, don't you? I have done some more in here, but, you know. I'm going to do the leaves and then I'm going to head off just because I want to go and spend some time with my daughter. She is fine, but I need to go and do her some lunch, see if she'll eat some lunch. She should do because she looks fine. Go and make her some lunch and a cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna base the leaves with this ochre, light yellow ochre, and then add some brown into it. So just a light layer of this. And we'll put some browns into it. I'm not a fan of this washi tape though. I got this free in the Diamond Art Club kit. And for some reason it's sticky on top. I don't know why, but it's like a bit sticky on top. So when I shut this page, it nearly gets stuck to the other pages. So I'm gonna have to put some wax paper in between so it doesn't stick. But I don't know why it's doing. I don't know why it's like that. I have thought about taking it off and putting a different one on, but I don't know if I've got anything that will go with this page. And I don't want it to rip the paper either when I do take it off. Even though I can cover it up again with a different washi tape, but I don't want to risk ripping any of this that's close to my nice pan pastel background. So it does look a bit dull at the moment. Now I've based all those leaves with that, but we are going to get some depth in with some browns in a minute when I decide what brown I want to use. That was, I told you about that was didn't I? Light yellow ochre, yeah. I'm thinking something like this, raw umber. You know, something not too dark, but you can sort of, it blends nice into the ochre, see? Blends really nice, and then you can even come back in with the ochre and blend it some more. That's really lovely. Really nice. I colour leaves so differently depending on my mood. Like sometimes I'll start off dark, right at the bottom, and then tail off so the tip is lighter. And then sometimes I'll do them dark down the line in the centre, so it's dark all in the middle, and tailor it off lighter towards the ends, each end. It just depends what mood I'm in. How do you colour leaves? But I will put that little line through here anyway because it looks like it's missing it. Just draw that in. And I will draw over these lines with the brown as well. Yeah, it's really not nice weather outside today. Really not nice. I don't know what to do for my tea as well. The kids are going to have a pizza. Right, it's the Friday night. It's Friday, yeah. Gonna get a copyright. Gonna get a copyright for that. No, I'm not really. Yeah, I just don't know what I fancy for tea. What are you all having? I was gonna do lobbies. Right, if you don't know what lobbies is, if you don't know what lobbies is, it's literally you get a pan, you throw in some potatoes, some onion, some carrots, some stock, and that's pretty much it. And then you have it with warm crusty bread. It is gorgeous, especially when it's cold outside. But my kids won't eat it because they're fussy. So, and there's no point making a massive pot of lobbies just for me and my partner. So annoying. That's the worst thing about having a big family, is that nobody eats the same things. Nobody eats the same things. I'm constantly making several different things. And my granddad always tells me, oh, in my day and age, you used to eat what you were given. And God, the parents in those days must have had some, is willpower the right word? Because I can't stand the amount of whinging my kids do if I put something in front of them they don't like. I can't bear it. But from what I hear, they never used to whinge about it in the olden days. So, do not know. Might have been nice to put a bit of bread in these leaves as well, actually. I wonder if I've left enough for the paper to add a bit of red here and there. Who knows? Very quick though to do this. So last night I kitted up a diamond painting. It's uploading to my diamond painting channel at the moment. I've started one. If you've watched the movie The Labyrinth, it's the girl from the movie The Labyrinth. It's Sarah, and then it's got a little Goblin King as a voodoo doll. It's proper cute. It's cute and a bit strange at the same time. But I'm doing that one for my sister for a Christmas present because I thought, why not? It's nice to be able to give something a bit different at Christmas, isn't it? Because you end up buying the same things over and over, don't you, for people for Christmas? It gets really boring. So I thought, yeah, well, people might like a diamond painting. Because I know they've not got the patience to do them themselves. So, might like me to do one for them. I know my mum definitely will. So I've got one in mind for my mum from Diamond Art Club. It's a really lovely one by Vita Works. I think it might be called Angel Child. Why do I want to say Angel Child? Is there a diamond painting called that? It's really lovely. Yeah, even just like when I touch this washi tape board, or even just put my finger on it, it feels really horrible, like weird. Let's get yellow on those. This is the moment when you start colouring leaves and then you start getting annoyed with them. Sometimes I really don't mind it, and then other times I really find it tedious. Just depends what mood I'm in, I think, and how big they are as well, because these are quite tiny and fiddly. Just gonna pop some more darkness in the top of that one. That's why I'm quiet. So yeah, please let me know what the sound quality is like. I think I mentioned it at the start of the video. I'm using a microphone for the first time, so I would love to know your thoughts on what it sounds like. Does it sound better? Can you not tell any difference? Does it sound horrific? I feel like I need to go shopping now for a winter wardrobe for everybody. Everybody in the house. I think the kids need a winter wardrobe desperately soon. My daughter's a bit fussy with clothes, which makes me panic a little when I buy her clothes, because I think sometimes it's a waste of money because she will not wear what I buy. I'm thinking about letting her pick this time, and then we might have a bit more positivity over them. She wasn't happy with a collar on her school dress this morning. That was really irritating her, a collar on her dress. It was all going down as well. You know how I'm always saying, like, there's always emergency vehicles going past on my videos? Well, the other night, it must have been about 12 o'clock at night, and I'd just come up to bed, and I was just getting my hot water bottle ready in the bed, making it all warm. And then I heard loads of sirens go straight past the house. And it was enough to make me go, what is going on? Right, so I looked out the window, and then all I heard was, get down now, get down, over and over and over. And it was the police, and I couldn't see anything because all the police cars had gone down a street near me. So I could just hear it, but I couldn't see what was going on. And I was like to my partner, Rob, can you hear that? Look what's going on. And then even more police cars came. There must have been about 20 police cars showed up down that street. It was a police chase apparently. I don't know why they was chasing whoever they was chasing, but it was a police chase because someone had stolen a car. Well, that's what I'm told. There's so many rumours when things are going on in town, isn't there? But apparently that's what it was. That was the chaos. I think I'm going to leave it at that at the moment. I was going to put some red in the leaves, but I don't know. I think I might leave it at that and then just put some gel pen detailing maybe at the end. But I am going to leave that at this and call it a Wip and Chat, guys. I'm going to go and make my daughter's dinner and make sure she's alright, and then I'll be going to pick those antibiotics up. So hopefully, she won't be as uncomfortable So fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll be able to get a live stream in next week as well. Here's hoping. So thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one. See you everyone.